I wanted to start off by saying Happy New Year, and let's hope that 2021 is going to be a much better year than 2020. Like, what was that? I have no words. I think it got to about April 2020 and I was done with the year. So I'm really happy to say goodbye to that. I know we've got a long way to go. Being in a different year kind of tells me that time is moving, which means we're moving through it. And it's not just stood still, because in 2020 there was times where I just felt like it was just stood still and time just wasn't moving. So in today's vlog I want to give you guys a update. This is update number 2. There's a lot of stuff that's going on in regards to me going back and what's happening in general that I wanted to just kind of keep you guys posted on. So first things first, your eyes do not deceive you, I have cut my hair. This is the first time I've cut it in 14 months, which is a hell of a long time. And it was due a cut. And yeah, no, I'm glad I got it cut. Especially because things are starting to kind of shut down again in the UK. So like certain cities are going into lockdown, and although my city hasn't gone into lockdown, I could wake up tomorrow and it could be announced that it's going to be going into lockdown. So I was just a bit concerned about that. So that's why I quickly got my hair cut. The other thing is, speaking of lockdown, so obviously as you guys know, there's a new strain that's been found in the UK, and a lot of countries, including Canada, has closed its borders to us. As a result of that, I don't know about me going back because it's a bit up in the air at the moment. So originally Canada had closed its borders for 72 hours, then after that from 72 hours it's now turned to 2 weeks. I think Canada closed their borders until about January 6th. I was looking to actually fly back next week, a few days after January 6th, so I haven't booked a return ticket yet. I'm just feeling a bit stressy because I just don't know what's happening, and I'm not one of those people that, like, I need a plan in my head. I need to know that like XYZ is happening, this is when it's happening, this is how it's happening. Like, yeah, I need a plan. I'm one of them ones. So I haven't booked my ticket. I can't book my ticket yet until they do an announcement as to whether they're actually going to allow British citizens back in, or are they going to extend it again? Then again, if they're going to extend it, I don't want to book my ticket, then my money's tied up with that airline. So yeah, so that's one aspect of it. The other aspect is they've actually changed the rules now, and you have to get a COVID test to say that you're fit to fly, which is fine, but I've just not got a lot of wiggle room in terms of, so they're saying it needs to be within 72 hours of you flying out. If they announce it on the 6th that yeah, we're going to allow British citizens to fly, I then have a race against time in order to book an appointment in order to get that test and get the results back, and then obviously book a ticket at that point as well, because I can't book a ticket unless I get my results back because it needs to be negative. And I'm just a bit like, I'm starting work on the 10th and I'm just feeling a bit stressed out. It's just constantly going around in my head. So that's what I'm dealing with at the moment. I've also tried to be clever and start my packing now, and this is how far I've got. I don't think it's working out. I've not got very far, have I? It's just a mess. Basically what I've done is I've got these clothes and I've just put them in one room where the suitcases are, where I'm going to do my packing, and the pile of clothes is just getting bigger and bigger, and I'm just like, my mum was just looking at the pile of clothes like, how are you going to fit this in a suitcase? And I'm just like, I have no idea, but I want to take these. So I think I'm going to have to be a bit more sensible and realistic and actually decide what I want to take and what I actually need. I can't take it all. I wish I could, otherwise I'd be there with many suitcases if that was the case. It's the 4th week and I just feel like it's just not enough. I've just got so much to do. So like, I'm obviously trying to sort out my room, trying to have a good clear out, because I've not been here for a year. I've not been using the clothes that I have, so I want to donate them, you know, so somebody else can use them and they're not just sat in my wardrobe doing absolutely nothing. Like, I want them to be used. So I'm working through that. There's just a lot to do. I just feel like 5 weeks was not enough. I you know, maybe a few months would have been better, but it is what it is. Although I'm a bit stressy about heading back, and I know some people probably watching this are like, well, you shouldn't have come in the first place. I've had that before, and here's the thing, right? I agree with you to an extent. Had I have seen my family previous, like say a few months ago, I wouldn't have come, you know, especially when you're uncertain because of the fact that it's going to be winter and, you know, the cases started rising and stuff. But here's the thing, when you haven't seen anybody from home for 13 months, and let's not forget the 12 days. I feel like that thought of I shouldn't be travelling kind of goes out the window, because at that point I was like, you know what, I will sail home if I have to. Like, I am desperate to go home. And it did start affecting my mental health. You know, all year I tried to maintain positive and not let it affect my mental health. And although there were days where I cried, because you've seen this in the vlogs, and you know, there were days where I broke, the feeling that I was feeling now before I came was just completely different. Like, it was, I just felt broken. I wasn't breaking, I felt broken, like I was done. And I feel like I needed this. It was a risk. It was, but it was a risk I was willing to take if it meant that I could hug my mum again, I could see her again, I could see my brothers again. It was a risk I was willing to take.
You're going on a vlog?
Doing what?
You
Say
should
hi.
go on a vlog.
Have you missed me?
Yeah,
Fantastic. Now to get into character.
Are you in character now?
yeah.
You feel better?
Yeah.
Did you miss him?
Yeah. Can you feel my screen present?
No.
What's for sweet to eat? Have we got any chocolate?
Are you quite done?
I need some chocolate.
This is what I have to deal with, guys, on a daily basis.
Time for a cup of tea. Right, peeps, I'm going to enjoy my cup of tea and just regroup my thoughts and just calm down and take each day as it comes. Bye from me for now. That's not good, is it? I've just burnt my mouth. That sip was very hot. I took too much of a gulp.